My son was at home for Thanksgiving break. He's a Ranger with a 375 out of Fort Benning. He was preparing to deploy back to Afghanistan. And I always send him to the bank with a check and my license so he can have some cash. And he asked what the heart was on my driver's license and explained to him that I'm an organ donor, and he wanted immediately to know how to do it. He said, just sign your card at the DMV when you go renew your license. And we had no idea that we would be enacting that wish 12 days later. He was involved in an accident on base and died as a result of those injuries.
Cystic fibrosis is a chronic illness. It affects your lungs, the sinuses, your intestines, and your pancreas.
I've seen my child go from healthy to, within a period of a year, his health declining to where he couldn't hardly move without just being completely breathless.
Cystic fibrosis is a genetic defect, meaning the children are born with the genes from mom and dad. And what it does is impacts how salt is moved in and outside of tubes in the body. So what would normally be mucus, which is thin and watery, becomes very thick and it will plug up tubes. So the complications of cystic fibrosis are related to the blocking of the tubes. The most severe and what usually causes death is a blockage of the tubes within the lungs. The ability to do lung transplant is not a cure, but it can be life-saving and life-extending and actually improve dramatically the quality of life for an individual who has a lung transplant. Organ donation allows somewhat the miracle of transplant to occur, and we in the field somewhat take it for granted that we're able to do transplants and we're able to do them highly successfully. But it requires a donor family to, in a point of crisis within their lives, the loss of a loved one, to actually be generous enough to be able to give permission to use the organs from that person to extend the lives of others. What is an amazing component of this is that in this period of tragedy and loss for them, they actually can later receive the benefit of knowing how much good has come out of that loss.
There was an instant connection. From the letters to the first phone call and now actually meeting in person, I'll say that we're now family.
This is the first piece of comfort as a mom that I have felt since I buried my son. Meeting them, visiting with them, staying with them, looking at the similarities between Brent and Brett. They would have been best friends if they'd known each other.
I am thankful for Brett's donation. I mean, to do something, an act like that is just, it's selfless and it's just amazing that someone would be so kind to just do something like that. And I try to live every day that I have as much as I can and to honor Brett for the gift that he has given me.